Hello, this is Ray with Ray's Engines. Um, this is part 4 of how to assemble a small block Chevy. Again, if you missed part 1, you can go back to my videos. Start part 1, 2, and 3. Part 1 is installing the crankshaft. Part 2 is the camshaft, timing chain. Part 3 will be the pistons, the rods, the piston rings. And there's a single video on its own for how to install piston rings without a piston ring installer, just by hand. Um, like I said, welcome back, and I thank you for watching the channel. If you missed any of them, if you would just subscribe, hit the thumbs up on that video, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any videos. We'll be doing a FiTech installation on this engine itself. We'll do a step-by-step on how to do it. We'll also go with the tuning on the FiTech. We'll go step-by-step on that as well. So here's part 4. We're going to install I already installed the gasket. I didn't need to show that. I didn't want to make this video any longer than it needs to be. Here's a timing cover. This is a used one. Like I said, we're doing a budget build on this one. The most basic way to assemble it. I'll do more other videos of more complicated ones. This one does not come with the seal. So here's the seal. The way I install this, and I just put this in a hard surface, put a 2x4 on it, and then hit it with the hammer, and it flushes it, makes it flush. Did install the gasket here. I put silicone first and then install the gasket, and then you'll just install the timing cover just like that, and then put your bolts on here. Like I said, we'll make this video. I will show you a tip on how to. There's a way that you're supposed to measure the oil pump screen to the oil pan. There's a tip to do it instead of using the tape measure. It's very simple. If you just stay tuned, I'll show you that. It'll be a lot easier and faster. I did have some questions. Somebody did reach out to me on my Facebook, which is Ray's Engines. They did ask me how to install the oil pump. They did have a question because they did use a ruler, a yardstick, and then the tape measure. I told them there was an easier method for it, that I will go ahead and show you how much easier it is to do it that way. Like I said, if you have any questions, you can just message me through Facebook or just message the channel itself. Facebook will probably be the easiest, just through Messenger, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. There was another gentleman did ask me, well, he did say that I was going a little too fast for him on the piston, installing the piston, the rods, and the short block. So I will try to go a little slower, but like I said, I don't want to make the video any longer than it has to be. But if there's something that you want me to go back to, I can go back to it. Here's your timing pointer. If you see how this is where you'll check your timing. You can get an adjustable one. This one is adjustable. Or you can get just a solid one. They do have different ones that do cost more. There's I believe it's $30 for one of those. But like I said, again, this is just a budget build. The most simplest way you can build it. The least expensive. I did show the parts, and I'll show you the part number for the oil pump. Which is, this is the screen. This is the screen. And this is the oil pump. You don't have to have a high volume oil pump. Like I said, you don't have to have a high volume oil pump. A stock oil pump will work. And these, again, right here, you don't have to go real tight. You don't want to break these. These do break easily. Trust me, I've broke one before. And then it's a pain trying to get it out. Because if you don't get it out, then you will have an oil leak. Some say that the chrome timing covers leak. Yes and no. It depends if you put silicone in between the gasket and then put the gasket and then the timing cover. If you just put the gasket and then the timing cover, yes, it will leak. That's it. There's your timing cover. Of course, you can go back later and double check it. Like I said, I don't want to take too long of your time. That way you'll get your engine up and running, going to car shows, whatever you need to go to, or just enjoy it. Here's the oil pump. This is your stock oil pump. Of course, it comes with your seal for you to put your shaft in there. And there's a specific hole that it goes to. You just put it in there, guide it down, and there it is. Your bolt to put your oil pump. I do have a, you're probably asking about the torque specs. I do have a, I printed this out. This does have all my torque specs. I think it has the oil pan, oil pump bolt. It's 45 foot-pounds of torque. At this time, we're not going to torque it. We're just going to put it on there. We're just going to snug it up just enough to put the oil pump pickup tube. Here's your pickup tube. Here's your pickup tube. If you don't have an installer, like I said, I'm doing the basic one. If you don't have an installer, you can put, which is a tool that goes right here and hammers this part to go in. If you don't have that, you can do what I'm about to do. Like I said, I'm showing you what the most basic way to install an engine. So like I say, here we go. And you just guide this in there and you lightly tap it. That's it. You are going to have to tack weld this. You will have to tack weld this. The reason for is you don't want this pump to come out. The screen, I mean. You don't want the screen to pop out. And screens do pop out if you don't tack weld it. Now, the way you install this is the way I just showed you. Now, if you can buy a screen that bolts onto this, then you don't have to do this measurement. There are screens up there that bolt on directly to this. Now, the reason I made it this high, as you can see, this rotates back and forth. I'm going to leave it up a little high. And I'm going to show you, instead of using a tape measure and a yardstick to measure for your oil pan, because then you would have to measure your oil pan from this depth up to here. So in other words, this lengthwise, you would have to, how deep it is. Instead of doing that, what I do is I lift the screen up. As you can see, it's up. I lift that up. There's no gasket here. So there's going to be an 1/8 gasket. 1/8 thickness of the gasket, okay? So what I'm going to do is, like I said, up. And then all I do is put the oil pan down. Again, there is no gasket here yet. You see how it's hanging there? Now it's not. You push it down until it's flush. It's already set. Your screen is set, so all you do is lift it up. The screen is set, so now all you do is take your oil pump off and you tack it. Tack weld the screen to the oil pump. Reason for, and I'll give you another thing. These are the gaskets that come. These gaskets, oil pan gaskets, that come with your gasket kit. I don't use these. Reason why I don't use these leak. You'll have major leaks. I mean, you can put silicone down here and then put silicone on both sides, put it down, it's still gonna leak. This material, I'll just throw these away. And what I do is I order a 1-piece oil pan gasket. This 1 piece has torque limiters. So when you tighten it up, it'll stop. You can't torque it so much. And then you see how thick it is? See, it won't leak through. So I use these instead. Easy to put on. You just put this on like this. And then you put your oil pan back on. And you go ahead and seal it up. Here's one tip I do. I do add silicone on the front seal. And I add silicone in the back rear seal. So in other words, I put silicone where this is going to mount to. And I put silicone right here. Okay? So you're going to put silicone here and here. And then you're going to put your gasket back on there, and it's going to be dry. You don't put no silicone on this at all. You put it on your timing cover, and then you put it on your rear main cap. Then you set this in there. Push it down. And then you're going to put silicone again on top of here. And then on top of your gasket up here on the rear main seal. And that is going, you won't have any leaks at all. This will stop any leak, because this is where your leak's going to come from. It's going to come from your front seal or your rear main seal. It won't come through the sides. Not if you use this gasket. If you use the other gasket I just showed you, it will. You will have major leaks. There's no way around that. That's why I order these. Okay? So that's a simple way to install your oil pump, your screen. Like I said, I haven't moved it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop here. I'm going to go ahead and finish doing what I just told you, but I'm going to go ahead and weld this up. I'm going to tack weld this. There's just a couple of tacks, and that's it, and you'll be done with it. And then I'm going to finish the gasket, and we'll be done with this part of part 4, and then we will go to part 5, installing the lifters, the heads, and then we'll start installing the push rods, the rocker arms. We'll install the intake, and then we'll get this baby fired up, and you'll get to see it break in. I'll break it in for 20 minutes. That's what it requires for the camshaft, is 20 minutes to break in. I'll show you the additive that I use, which is zinc, so your camshaft doesn't go flat. Again, here's your oil pump. I'm just going to tack weld it probably there and there. And we will be done with this and put this back on. Again, if you would just hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos, future videos that I will be doing. I have a couple of transmissions here, Turbo 400s. I'll be rebuilding those, showing you how to rebuild those to handle over 1,000 horsepower. Yes, 1,000 horsepower. That will handle that easily. I have Turbo 350s on that side. I'll be rebuilding. I'll show you step by step on how to do those. Carburetor tuning, carburetor rebuilding, the fuel injection systems, fuel pumps, and so on. There'll be several videos. If there's some specific that you want done, just message me again at Ray's Engines on Facebook. Message me and let me know what you would like to know exactly step by step, and I'll do a video up for you. Oh, I had somebody ask me about doing some heads. Cylinder heads. I'll show you how to do that as well. Port and polish. I can do that as well. Like I said, just message me. Let me know. Hope you enjoyed this. Give me a thumbs up, a like, and I'll see you later. Thanks.